QST from the Denver Radio Club. Welcome to the Denver Radio Club Net, meeting held on repeater W0TX. This is a meeting held on air every Sunday evening at about 8:30 p.m. Good evening. My name is Jim. My call sign is K0TOR, Kilo Zero Tango Oscar Romeo, and I'll be your net control station transmitting from Littleton, Colorado. If there is any emergency or priority traffic during this net, say break at any pause, and the net will be suspended until the emergency or priority traffic is completed. This net is for Denver Radio Club members and all interested radio amateurs. We're here to share information concerning any ham-related activities. Regular meetings of the Denver Radio Club are held on the third Wednesday of every month at 7 p.m. And with the COVID-19 restrictions still in place, we use Google Meets, and we have a virtual meeting. Our next meeting will be on August the 18th. If you'd like to join us at that meeting, you can find the address for the Google Meets site on our website, www.w0tangoxray.org, or if you're on our mail list, you'll get an email that has that address in it. An Elmer session is held at 6 p.m. just prior to our monthly meeting. This session addresses any amateur radio questions that you might have. So whether you're new to amateur radio or interested in some new application of amateur radio, this is a session where you can get help. Also, every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m., except the third Wednesday when our monthly meeting is held, there's a learning net held on 145.490 megahertz and 448.625 megahertz. This is another area where you can find answers for amateur radio-related questions. As a general interest club, we provide emergency communication for the Salvation Army, City of Wheat Ridge Police Department, City of Lakewood Police Department, West Metro Fire District, and St. Anthony's West Hospital. We're always looking for members who would like to participate in this support. Please contact our club president if you'd like to help. Our current president is Jerry Vilhauer, W0GV. Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. The Denver Radio Club website address is www.w0tx.org. Again, Jerry's telephone number is 303-467-0223. The Denver Radio Club also participates in the ARR Volunteer Examiner Program. If you had a need for VE testing, we try to update any testing that we will conduct here at the Denver Radio Club here on this net, and we also post that on our website. And also some of the other local clubs that hold testing will pass that information on this website, on this net here as well. So if you still stay tuned, and we'll try and get that information to you. We don't hold our VE testing as often as we did, but I don't know, it looked like the COVID thing was going to ease up somewhat, and now it seems like it's coming back again. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Anyways, stay tuned to this net, and we'll try to get you some test sites that are available if you're in need of testing. If you have other questions regarding VE testing, you can contact our VE team lead, Tom Koshalski, KC2CAG, and his number is 720-284-1911.
That noise is quite annoying, isn't it? Jeez.
This is the Denver Radio Club at W0TX, and this is K0TOR serving as net control. Are there any special announcements or bulletins for the net this evening? If so, please call now. N0 DBS, Don, go ahead.
The Laurel Patriot team has VE testing statewide. It is free. It is computer-based. Sessions can be found at hamstudy.org/sessions/W0PCT, Whiskey Zero Papa Charlie Tango. Thank you very much, Jim. Thank you.
N0 DBS, this is K0TUR. Thanks, Don. We do appreciate that. And before I move on, are there any other special announcements or bullets for the net this evening? If so, please call now.
W0TX repeater.
Well, I didn't hear any response there, so I think any signals coming in would get over that noise. So
All right,
move on down. Before regular check-ins, I'd like to welcome and invite any visiting radio amateurs to check into the Denver Radio Club net this evening. During this net, we disable the requirement for the 100 Hz PL repeater access tone, so you can use either 145.490 megahertz with a minus 600 kilohertz offset, or 448.625 megahertz with a minus 5 megahertz offset. Are there any visiting radio amateurs who would like to check into the Denver Radio Club net tonight? If so, please call now. Next, I'd like to welcome and invite any newly licensed or recently upgraded radio amateurs to check in. Please call now.
Anya, no traffic.
Well, I got part of a call sign here. See if you can help me in. Might speak up a little louder because you're coming in a repeater with a little low modulation. But I got Kilo Foxtrot 0 Golf Alpha. Is that correct? And could you give me the rest and then a name, please? First name.
Foxtrot. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Golf Hotel Romeo. Cora Delta.
Yeah, Golf Hotel Romeo. Let's see if we can relay that.
Well, let me see if I got it this time. I think I did. Kilo Foxtrot 0 Golf Hotel Romeo. And I think the name was Flora. Did I get that right? Very good. Looks like must be a new licensee. Is that correct?
Yep.
congratulations. Glad to hear that. And how long have you had your license?
1 week.
Well, good job. 1 week. Super. Well, hang in there. And if there's anything we can do to help answer any questions or anything, that's what we're all about. So please don't hesitate to ask. We also have what's referred to as a learning net on Wednesday nights on these same frequencies. And so you certainly are welcome to join that as well. They usually go through and talk different topics and answer questions for new hams and old hams, not just new hams. So even some of our experienced hams have questions about new applications and such. So you might join them and see if they might help you as well. But congratulations on the new license, and hang in there and keep working it. Second and third communication you had there was much better, so just need to speak up a little bit in that microphone, and that helps a lot. So welcome to the net, and join us any Sunday night. We appreciate having you. And one more call. We have any other visitors or newly licensed hams that would like to join us? Please call now.
Foxtrot 0, Golf Hotel, Quebec. Anya, no traffic.
All right, and I'll take regular check-ins in groups. And please let me know if you have traffic when you check in, and I'll get back to you. First, radio amateurs, whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
Whiskey 0, Bravo Kilo Sierra. This is Barb in Wheat Ridge. No traffic. But it sure is nice to hear the voices of a couple new girls. Welcome.
Relay, Jim.
Yes, go ahead, relay.
This is KA0BBA. The last call you made, you got a KF0GHQ. The call sign just before GHR, and her name is Anya. KA0BBA.
Good to hear somebody had there.
All right, thank you for that, Curtis. And I guess then I thought I had misunderstood the first call. So the first call was Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Hotel, and question mark for the last letter. Could you come back with that, please?
Well, the first station was a GHR, and then the last one was GHQ.
Okay, I did get the last one to GHQ, so I appreciate that. And I didn't realize that I had two people with almost the same call sign, so it sounds like we must have a couple of sisters, but very good. Sorry I missed that. That's my fault. And I thought I just had misunderstood the call sign again, so thanks for that, Curtis. Appreciate that. And let me go back to first round of check-ins on the other side. Radio amateurs, whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
1-0, Delta
Alpha Fox 0 Echo, Alex Bromfield.
November 5, Charlie Mike Kilo Greg in Denver. No traffic.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha Foxtrot Quebec. Troy in Denver, no traffic.
Whiskey Bravo 0 Alpha Kilo Victor, WB0 AKV, Rich in Westminster, no traffic.
This is Jerome. I'm the one running the YouTube here. I'm not running net control though, but just interesting to listen to this. I may or may not check in, but if you want me to check you in.
All right, net control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. W0BKS Barb, K0DPR Paul, AF0E Alex, N5CMK Greg, KF0AFQ Troy, and WB0AKV Rich. Make one more call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through E, Alpha through Echo. Please call now.
W0TX Repeater.
All right, we'll move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now.
Good evening, Jim. Kilo 6 Hotel Juliet Victor, K6HJV Tom Arvada, no traffic.
And at control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. K6HJV Tom. Make second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters F through J, Foxtrot through Juliet. Please call now.
KF0FSY, Dan in Denver.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Papa India, Evans in Lakewood, no traffic and listening.
And at control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. And this first one, I'm not sure if I got all the call sign. What I got was Kilo Foxtrot 0, Sierra Yankee, and the name Dan. Is that correct? First check-in for the last call. Could you verify the call sign for me, please? I copied Kilo Foxtrot 0 Sierra Yankee, and the name I have is Dan. Is that correct?
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Sierra Yankee.
All right, thanks for that. I thought I must have missed something there. Kilo Foxtrot 0, Foxtrot Sierra Yankee, thank you. And next I had KF0 FPI Evans. Move on down the alphabet. Radio amateurs call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now.
Kilo 0, Kilo Papa Sierra, Kevin Lakewood.
Whiskey 0, Lima Foxtrot, Orland and Golden, no traffic, over.
Kilo Bravo 8, Oscar Golf Papa, Kelly Arvada.
W0N Whiskey Golf 0 November, Dave, South Lakewood.
All right, sounds good, Bob. I'll get you checked in here.
And Net Control, like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. K0KPS Kevin, WW0LF Orland, and I need some help with the next one. I missed the prefix on the call sign, and I'm not certain of the name. I thought I heard Ann, but could you come back and I got numeral 8, Oscar Golf Papa. Could you give me the rest of the call sign, please, in the name?
Kilo Bravo 8, Oscar Golf Papa, and it's Kelly.
All right, thank you for that. KB8, Oscar Golf Papa, Kelly, thank you. And next I had WG0N Dave. We'll make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters K through O, Kilo through Oscar. Please call now.
KD0 NRO, Reed in Arvada.
Okay, yeah, that is this family that's checking in, all the Savinskis. That's awesome.
And Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-in. KD0NRO Reed. Moving on down the alphabet, radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now.
Whiskey Bravo 2, Sierra Hotel, Romeo. Stand in Denver, no traffic.
November 0, Tango Romeo Papa, Jim in Lakewood. Good evening.
Kilo Echo 0, Romeo Victor Zulu, John in Lakewood, no traffic.
Kilo Bravo 9er, Quebec Delta Golf, KB9 QDG, Carl, Lakewood, no traffic.
And Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. WB2SHR Stan, N0TRP Jim, KE0RVZ John, and KB9er QDG Carl. Make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters P through T, Papa through Tango. Please call now. Moving down the alphabet, radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters U through Z, uniform through Zulu. Please call out.
KF0UV, Marshall and Glendale.
W0TX Repeater.
Kilo Alpha Zero, Victor Bravo Alpha Curtis. Kilo Bravo Zero. Hope I already got the bit. If you didn't, you do now. And I might have a correction for you.
That was a pretty good double.
Kilo Echo Zero, Yankee Kilo Victor, Bill in Lakewood, no traffic.
Alpha Bravo 8, Whiskey November, East in Arvada, no traffic.
Kilo Bravo 0, Uniform India Golf, Final G, Wheat Ridge.
Who's in the market for one of these bad boys?
Net Control, like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. KF0 UV Marshall, KE0 VBA Curtis. I'll be back to you in just a minute, Curtis. And KE0 YKV Bill, AB8 WN Keith, and KB0 UIG Michael. Curtis, go ahead with the additional information.
Yeah, back there in the K through O group, you got that KB8. I didn't get the rest of the call, but you copied Kelly and I copied Kevin.
Kilo Bravo 8 Oscar Golf Papa, it's Kelly. Kilo Echo Lima Lima Yankee.
My mistake, K0VBA.
All right, thanks, Curtis, and thanks, Kelly. Appreciate that. Let me make a second call for radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters U through Z. Uniform through Zulu. Please call now.
This is Alpha Bravo 8, Whiskey November, and the name here is Keith. Papa Echo Tango Echo, not Keith. Thank you.
KB0 UQT, Kilo Bravo 0, Uniform Quebec Tango, Kelly, Castle Rock.
Welcome to Big Net Control. You got all these call signs just being thrown at you, and you kind of just got to figure it out. But you kind of got to you just get used to it sometimes with some of the names but some of these news call signs. It's good to hear some of this stuff.
And Net Control, I'd like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. AB8 WN Pete, I'm sorry, it sounded like Keith, so I was having trouble picking that out, so I appreciate the correction. And also like to acknowledge and welcome KB0 YQT Kelly. And let me open up the entire alphabet. Radio amateurs whose call suffixes begin letters A through Z, Alpha through Zulu. Please call out.
Kilo Echo 0 Oscar Sierra India, Tom Highlands Ranch, no traffic.
Kilo Alpha 5 Delta Kilo Sierra, Ken in Arvada.
This is Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie Daron. Also checking in Whiskey Alpha 4 Mike Bravo Golf Bob WA4 MBG.
And Net Control would like to acknowledge and welcome the following check-ins. KE0OSI Tom, KA5DKS Ken, K1DBC Drone, and Whiskey Alpha 4 Mike Bravo Golf Bob. And make one more call. Call suffixes from A to Z, Alpha through Zulu. Please call now. All right, there'll be a chance for late check-ins a little later in the net. And me and our club president, Jerry Villauer, didn't check in tonight. We'll have our vice president, Kevin Schmidt. KD0KPS, Kevin, go ahead. The net is yours.
Oh, greetings and salutations, everybody. Jim, thanks for taking the net. And I know it's difficult with a lot of the noise on the band to make out call signs, so I can certainly understand the troubles tonight. I want to congratulate both Cora and Anya. It appears that the family all got licensed at the same time with consecutive call signs, which is pretty rare to see. But congratulations, and like Jim said, you're welcome on the net every week, you know, at the same time, and also on Wednesday for the Learning Net, which takes place at 7:30 hours with Daron K1 DVC as the moderator of the Learning Net. So if anybody out there is, you know, got questions, certainly join the net that takes place on every Wednesday at 7:30, except for the night of the meeting, which this month is going to be on the 18th. And we are lucky to have Ward Silver in 0AX, who is a employee of the ARRL, talk about grounding and bonding for the amateur radio. And he's certainly written a good number of texts, and it should be a good presentation. Other than that, I hope everybody is doing well. Obviously, the smoke and stuff has made it problematic for health and stuff to be outside, but fortunately with this hobby, we can be inside and on our radios and partaking without any of the health effects. As far as I know, all of our repeaters and equipment is up and operational at this point in time. So we don't have any issues going on with the repeaters, unless anybody has noticed anything which they should bring forward to the club when they see that, so that it can be promptly fixed. Other than that, there's not much going on, and I will again congratulate Anya and Cora for their achievement on getting their licenses. And with that, I'll turn it back over to the net. This is K0KPS. Back to you, Jim, K0TR.
All right, K0KPS, Kevin, this is K02R. Thanks for that, Kevin. Appreciate it. And I did not see anybody that checked in that said they had traffic. This is the Denver Radio Club Net, W0TX, and this is K0TR serving as net control. Does anyone have any other comments, information, or business for the net? If so, please call now.
W0TX repeater.
Alpha Bravo 8 Whiskey November.
Alpha Bravo 8 Whiskey November. Go ahead, Pete.
Howdy. We got two of the people checked in sound advice, but the third person didn't get checked in, which is Niobe, who is the third person who took the test last week. Kilo Foxtrot 8 Golf Hotel Papa. She did try to check in, but it sounds like we weren't making it through at the beginning there. So appreciate all the help on the net here, and just wanted to make sure she got listed as checked in too.
I'm sorry, Pete, could you repeat that for me? Because I wasn't ready to write anything down there, so you caught me short-handed. Would you give me the call sign and name again? I'll certainly get them entered in here in the net log.
No worries, sorry about that. It's Niobe, November, Yankee, Oscar, Bravo, India, and her call sign is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf, Hotel, Papa.
All right, AB8WN, this is K0TR. Pete, thanks for that. I appreciate it. And we had Niobe on our check-in here as well. So make another call. We have any other comments, information, or business for the net, please call now. All right, do we have any late check-ins? Please call now. All right, I'll now review this next weekend's contests and upcoming Hamfest. Go through the contest here first. First one I have on the calendar for next weekend will be the WADX contest. It begins on August the 14th at 0 hours Zulu, goes through August 15th until 23:59 hours Zulu. That's on 80 through 10 meters. That is a CW contest. Next we have QRP ARCI European Sprint. That begins on August 14th, at 0800 hours Zulu and goes through June 14th, 1100 hours Zulu. That's 160 through 10 meters. That's a CW contest. Next we have the SARL Youth Sprint. That begins on August 14th at 1200 hours Zulu, goes through August 14th until 1300 hours Zulu. That is on 40 meters, and that's a phone contest. Next, we have the Kentucky State Parks on the Air. That begins on August 14th at 1400 hours Zulu, goes through August 14th until 2200 hours Zulu. That's on 80 through 10 meters. That's a CW phone and digital contest. Next, we have the Maryland, D.C. QSO Party. That begins on August 14th at 1400 hours Zulu, goes through August 15th until 0400 hours Zulu. That's on 160 through 70 centimeters, and that's a CW phone and digital contest. Next, we have the 50 megahertz fall sprint. That begins on August 14th at 2300 hours Zulu, goes through August 15th until 0300 hours Zulu. That is on 6 meters. That is a CW phone and digital contest. Next, we have the SARL HF digital contest. That begins on August 15th at 1400 hours Zulu, goes through August 15th until 1700 hours Zulu. That's on 80 through 20 meters, and that is a digital contest. Next, we have the NJQRP Skeeter Hunt. That begins on August 15th at 1700 hours Zulu, goes through August 15th until 2100 hours Zulu. That is on 80 through 10 meters. That's a CW and phone contest. Next, we have the Fist Sunday Sprint. It begins on August 15th at 2100 hours Zulu, goes through August 15th until 2300 hours Zulu. That's on 80 through 10 meters. That is a CW contest. And lastly, we have Run for the Bacon QRP contest. That begins on August 15th at 2300 hours Zulu, goes through August 16th until 0100 hours Zulu. That is on 160 through 10 meters, and that is a CW contest. And we don't have a Ham Fest per se coming up, but we have a QSO Today Virtual Ham Expo, and that's coming up on August 14th and 15th, which will be this coming weekend. And early bird tickets cost $10, and that's up to 8th of August, then they go to $12.50. That's a virtual ham fest, if you will. And they're going to have, I guess it's over 90 technical presentations they'll be given over those 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. There's no way you can cover all those, I understand and realize that. But what they do in that case is for 30 days after this weekend, they will have all those recorded sessions that you can go through and visit and listen to any of those that you would like later on. So if you've got duplicate sessions going on, well, you want to hear one, you have to pick out which one that is, and then you can go back and pick up what other ones you'd like to have listen to later on. So it's quite an experience. A year ago, things went very well, I think, as I went through that one. At that time, that was their first one, and they did not charge anything for that. Then they had one in March, and they had technical problems. It was really frustrating to everybody. And they still had all the presentations available for 30 days afterwards as well. So they say now they've got the problem resolved, so certainly would recommend that you check into their website and take a look at it and see if that's something you'd like to participate in. Their website is www.qsotodayhamexpo. That's all one word, .com. And they'll give you the particulars there. You can go through and review the papers that topic of the heading of the paper, plus a brief summary of what the paper is going to cover, so you get an idea of what's involved. And I haven't looked here recently, so I don't know if they have a time schedule on that or not, but before that starts, they'll actually list that out in groups and schedule times on when those particular presentations will be made. That's actually sponsored by ARRL, and their platinum sponsor is Flex Radio, and they've got 4 gold sponsors, Elecraft, RF Finder, Exhibitors, and Alex Loop. So you can visit those booths and find out what new products they have coming out and what kind of capabilities they have inside. They'll have all the specs there, plus they'll have technical personnel in the booths to answer any questions that you might have regarding any particular type of transceivers, radios, equipment, antennas, what have you. They've got about everything there. So quite an interesting change brought about by the COVID -19 virus, and so you can actually attend a ham fest that has a tremendous amount of technical information with a relatively small cost, much smaller cost than if you had to travel someplace to attend an expo of that sort. So take a look at it and see what you think. I have a little bit more information, I guess, is how it went for the Sunday Night Net next weekend. But that beats nothing, I guess. And let's see, there's supposed to be a 2021 Wyoming ARL Section Convention that's going to be held October 8th through 9th in Cheyenne, Wyoming. That's going to be held at the Archer Event Center. That's just east of Cheyenne. And I haven't had a chance to look here lately and see whether they have a program put together or not. The program primarily is going to be Saturday, where they'll have presentations, and they do have a swap and vendor area, so they will have people out with the equipment and goodies that they're looking to pass on to somebody else to use. So if you can make it up there, that'll be, I guess, probably one of the first ham fests that come up here since the COVID-19 restrictions have come in place. So it's a little ways to travel, I guess, but that's the best we have going at this point in time. So let's see, I think that's all I've got as far as AmFest and Expos. A couple other reminders, High Noon Net, they meet daily at 12 noon, or the early check-ins beginning at 11:30. They meet on a frequency of 7.240 megahertz, which is on the 40-meter band. And as mentioned earlier, that Salvation Army SaturnNet, I don't know what the circumstances are, but the group that was actually meeting as a SaturnNet have moved to a different frequency, and they've actually changed the name of their net. I don't know. The frequency was given back to Salvation Army if they're going to put a SaturnNet back together or what's going to happen there. Nothing has been decided as far as I know at this point, but see if I got some information here that let's see, I think well, I had some information here. Let me see if I can get my hands on it. I got two doggone pieces of paper here, I guess. Okay, here we go. The group that was the SaturnNet, they've changed their name, and they actually now are the ARM, the Alpha Romeo Mike Sierra Golf, which is the amateur radio mission support group, and they have now moved their net frequency to 14.282 megahertz. So I believe they have now officially moved. They were started off, they stayed at the same frequency, and then they moved off that frequency so that could go back to Salvation Army if they want to build up another net in that area. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But hopefully that's not too confusing, but there still is a net. They just moved a little ways away, so they're now meeting on 14.282 megahertz, and they meet at 1500 hours Zulu, and that's 9 a.m. Mountain Daylight Time. And I believe they're going to meet Monday through Saturday as well. So, and that frequency, the 14.262 megahertz, is on the 20-meter band as well. So.
Comment, WB0AKV.
WB0AKV, yes, go ahead with a comment.
Yes, the AR Message Net, was an amateur radio message service group, is their official name. Their primary frequency is 14.277. The alternate frequency is 14.282. So the primary frequency is 14.277. And the SaturnNet is meeting 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And they're on 14.325, 14.325. And they decided not to go back to 14.265. But worked out a deal with the Hurricane Watch people and are sharing the frequency with them. WB0AKV, back to net.
W0ATV, I appreciate the information. Thank you. And I know there were a lot of changes going on, and I've just not been able to keep up with it. So thank you very much for that. And we got you checked in as well. So I do appreciate the update information, and I hope that helps those out there that want to listen to the Salvation Army net, the Saturn net. All right. The Denver Radio Club maintains the following repeaters for use by all radio amateurs. The 147.330 megahertz with a positive offset, the 145.490 megahertz with a negative offset, the 224.380 megahertz with a negative offset, the 449.350 megahertz with a negative offset, the 448.625 megahertz with a negative offset, the 447.825 megahertz with a negative offset, our digital turbo repeater operating on Brandmeister on 446.7875 megahertz with a negative offset, and our C4 FM digital repeater on 449.775 megahertz with a negative offset. The 447.825 megahertz repeater is configured for narrowband FM, and that requires a digital coded squelch of 073. There are two repeaters on 147.330 megahertz. The repeater in Lakewood requires a 100 hertz PL tone, and the second repeater located east near Franktown requires a 131.8 hertz PL tone. We have a second repeater on the same frequency out east to improve coverage along the front range and into the canyons. However, having two repeaters on the same frequency, we ask, and they have two different frequency propagations, being that they're located in greatly distant locations. So we ask that you monitor the frequency to assure neither is in use prior to making your call. The 449.350 megahertz repeater provides wide area coverage, and this repeater hosts our Echolink station, W0TX node number 4140. And the 448.625 megahertz repeater is linked with the 14.490 megahertz repeater. The repeater on 449.775 is now a C4 FM digital only repeater. Each repeater requires a 100 hertz PL tone for activation, except as noted, and each uses standard offsets. And for packet, we have the 145.050 megahertz gateway on 2 meters that is interconnected with the 14.105 megahertz gateway on 20 meters for packet QSO. And we have a 6-meter repeater on 53.09 megahertz with an input on 52.09 megahertz with a required 107.2 hertz PL tone.
W0TX repeater.
Your support of the Denver Radio Club is greatly appreciated. If you'd like to participate in any of the many club activities, please contact our club president, Jerry Bielhauer, W0TV. And again, I'd like to congratulate Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Hotel Romeo, Clora, for getting technician license, and Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Hotel Quebec, Tanya, for getting your technician license, and Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Hotel Papa, Naomi, for getting her technician license as well. Congratulations to all three of you. Good job. And please join us any Sunday night here on this net. We'd be glad to have you check in and join us. And hang in there. Keep up the good work. Get on the air and put that radio to use. It's going to be a great challenge with all the different applications out there, and it'll be great fun to talk to whoever you might contact on the radio. Who knows? It's always a great experience to run in, make new friends and such. So, again, good job and congratulations. And I'd like to thank everyone for checking into the Denver Radio Club net tonight. Your support is greatly appreciated. I hope you have a great week. 7-3. And tonight we had a total of 34 check-ins, and the Denver Radio Club net is now closed at 9:25. And the Denver Radio Club, and the repeater is available for regular use. This is K0TR, United Control Station. And please stand by a moment while I return the PL tone to the repeater.
on.
And this is K02R. I'll be clear. Good night to all.
Alright everyone, thanks for checking out the video here. Hope this was somewhat entertaining for you all. Had a lot of check-ins, which is kind of nice. And the man Jim Beal, K02R, taking the check-ins here. So with that though, I will end the stream. Everyone have a good night.